Welcome back to Summer in the Psalms, and in this section we're going to talk about Psalm 19. It says this: "The heavens are telling of the glory of God, and their expanse is declaring the work of his hands. Day to day pours forth speech, and night to night reveals knowledge. There is no speech, nor are there words. Their voice is not heard. Their line has gone out through all the earth, and their utterance to the ends of the world. In them he has placed a tent for the sun, which is a bridegroom coming out of his chamber. It rejoices as a strong man to run his course. Its rising is from one end of the heavens, and its circuit to the other end of them. And there is nothing hidden from its heat." This is the first half of Psalm 19. And we'll see, if you do close observation, this half of Psalm 19 is talking about what we call general revelation. That is, the fact that creation points to the existence of an intelligent creator. Paul talks about this in the first chapter of his epistle to the Romans, that just by observing the created order and seeing that there's order and intelligent design that supports life in the created order, that tells us that there must be an intelligent creator behind the creation. So in other words, God tells us about himself through the creation. He has written his own story into the creation as a sign or a guidepost to his existence. However, the creation isn't enough for us to know God personally. While the creation reveals God generally, it can tell us about God or point to God's existence. Through creation, we can't know him. We can only know about him. And so we know about him through special revelation, which is what the second half of this psalm is about. So the first half, general revelation, how people can know about God. Special revelation, how people can know God personally. So picking up on verse 7, the law of the Lord is perfect, restoring the soul. Some of us need a soul restoration. How do we get that? By being in the Word. We go back to Psalm 1, and it says, "He whose delight is in the law of the Lord is like a tree that's planted beside streams of water." So good health, soul being restored, comes through the Word of God. The testimony of the Lord is sure, making the wise simple. There are so many misleading stories out there, wrong information, incorrect stories, incorrect reporting, but the Word of God is dependable. It is sufficient. We can depend on it. We know that God doesn't lie to us and that his Word is perfect. And it makes wise the simple, and we need wisdom to better navigate life, and we find that in the Word. Verse 8, "The precepts of the Lord are right, rejoicing the heart." If we need a heart change, an attitude change, we're filled with a sense of joy and rejoicing, the Word can do that for us. "The commandment of the Lord is pure, enlightening to the eyes. The fear of the Lord is clean, enduring forever. The judgments of the Lord are true, they are righteous altogether." So we have this pattern, this poetic pattern. The law of the Lord is, the testimony of the Lord is, the precepts of the Lord are, the commandment of the Lord is, the fear of the Lord is, the judgments of the Lord are. And then there's a shift. "They are more desirable than gold, yes, than much fine gold, sweeter also than honey, and the drippings of the honeycomb." In other words, special revelation is better than general revelation. So honey is creation. What's sweeter than honey in the creation? Nothing. But what's better than honey? The Bible, the written Word of God, the specially revealed Word of God. "Moreover, by them your servant is warned. In keeping them there's a great reward." There's a reward for being obedient. "Who can discern his errors? Acquit me of hidden faults." The Word searches us. We have faults, imperfections about ourselves that we don't even know about. And the Word of God can explore those depths and correct us of those things. Also, keep your servant back from presumptuous sins. The Word can prevent us from accidentally sinning. "Let them not rule over me, then I will be blameless and shall be acquitted of great transgression. Let the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be acceptable in your sight, O Lord, my rock and my redeemer." Through the Word, God can transform the content of our thoughts, our hearts, and our words. So, Psalm 19, general revelation, special revelation, knowing about God, knowing God intimately, and the fruit of being in the Word of God.